Hello children, as promised in last class, now I have started question answer round of this Papa classes. This is the first video on question answer round. Every chapter will be taught separately and all the questions and answers will be described therein. As I stated earlier, entire class is based on NCERT books. That's why I have picked all the questions from NCERT books of chapter 1. Okay, so let's start. Before starting this class, I request to make pray. Om Aing Hring Vad Vad Var Vadini Sri Saraswatyo Namah. Everything is the gift of Parmeshwar. Remembering to Almighty God, to Bhagwan, is our duty. Okay. So children, the question answer round starts, and from this slides onwards, the class will be transferred to my daughter, who will revise her own notes, and by her you all will revise also.
Why do organisms take food? Food is essential for all living organisms for energy. All nutrients are stored in food. That's why all organisms take food. Distinguish between a parasite and a saprotroph. Parasite is an organism which depends on other animals for food. For example, Cuscuta, Cascata, a marble, and leech.
That's also known as amarvel.
Saprotrophs are organisms which take in nutrients from dead and decaying matter. Example, mushroom, fungi.
Fungi.
Fungi. How would you test the presence of starch in leaves? Take two potted plants of the same kind, keep one in the dark for 72 hours and the other in sunlight. Boil the leaves of plant in alcohol separately. Perform iodine test with the leaves of both the plants. Put some drop of iodine to see the presence of starch. Observation. You will find that the leaf kept in sunlight gets exchanged into a blue-black color as it produces starch, whereas the plant kept in dark does not produce starch as it changes to reddish brown.
Stop. Now see the picture. Here you are seeing this half part of half part of leaf is bluish or blackish in color. That part is containing a starch. Actually, the plants kept in sunlight uh, did photosynthesis, but the plants that leaves was covered could not perform photosynthesis. That's why there was no starch. A starch uh, after making reaction with iodine gets changed into blue or black color. Okay, this is the iodine test of starch. Now turn.
Give a brief description of the process of synthesis of food in green plants. The leaves have a green pigment called chlorophyll. It helps leaves to capture the energy of the sunlight. This energy is used to synthesize food from carbon dioxide and water. Since the synthesis of food occurs in the presence of sunlight, it is called photosynthesis. So,
Photo means light,
light
and
synthesis
synthesis means
to combine.
to combine.
So we find that chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water are necessary to carry out the process of photosynthesis. The solar energy is captured by the leaves and stored in the plant in the form of food. Oxygen is produced as a byproduct of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives carbohydrate plus oxygen.
Stop. What do you mean by byproduct?
Mm,
Oxygen is produced as a byproduct. What does it mean? Actually, the main product of photosynthesis is carbohydrate. Photosynthesis is being being done for synthesizing food. Liberating oxygen is not the sole prime purpose of photosynthesis. In the process of making carbohydrate, oxygen is produced and coming out. Okay, that's why it is called byproduct. Extra term.
Show with the help of a sketch that plants are the ultimate source of food. Sun is the ultimate source of energy. The green plants trap the solar energy through green leaves and make food during the photosynthesis. That's why the green plants are called autotrophs.
Auto self
Troph.
trophs synthesis food. Those organisms that can make own foods are called autotrophs.
No other organisms are capable to synthesize food by own. All other organisms known as heterotrophs are dependent on green plants and therefore the plants are the sources of
Ultimate source of food.
are
Actually,
the
heterotrophs
ultimate.
also depends on plants, green plants. So the prime source, ultimate source of food is green plant, autotrophs. Clear?
Fill in the blanks. Green plants are called autotrophs since they synthesize their own food. The food
They synthesize.
The food synthesized by plants is stored as carbohydrate. In photosynthesis, solar energy is absorbed by the pigment called chlorophyll. During photosynthesis, plants take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen gas. One word answer. Name the following: a parasitic plant with yellow, slender, and branched stem, Cuscuta,
Kaskatta.
Cuscutta.
That is also known as amarvel.
A,
येलो येलो जो रहता है ना पतला पतला प्लांट्स पर.
a plant that is partially autotrophic, pitcher plant.
पार्शली जैसे बतलाया हाफ या ऑटोट्रॉप्स होते हैं फॉर
Uh,
जो मिनरल्स एंड वाटर्स लेते हैं रूट से लिप्स में इसमें फोटोसिंथेसिस होता है बट दे आर डेफिशिएंट इन प्रोटीन्स वो प्रोटीन्स के लिए इंसेक्ट का जैसे इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट्स प्रोटीन के लिए उस पर डिपेंड होते हैं क्लियर
the,
इसलिए इसको
po-
पार्शियली ऑटोट्रॉप्स कहा गया
the pores through which leaves exchange gases, stomata. Insectivorous plants are partially autotrophs rather than total autotrophs. They consume insects but still use light and water to generate their own energy. Partially autotrophic plants include pitcher plant. Take the correct answer. Cuscuta is an example of a parasite. The plant which traps and feeds on insects is pitcher plant. Match the items given in column 1 and those in column 2.
stop see this column I have matched the color okay now
Chlorophyll, leaf, nitrogen, rhizobium, cuscuta, parasite, animals, pitcher plant, insects, heterotrophs.
insects are heterotrophs.
True or false? Carbon dioxide is released during photosynthesis. False. Plants which synthesize their food are called saprotrophs.
See
False.
in this slide, I have highlighted the answer. Okay.
The product of photosynthesis is not a protein. True. Solar energy is converted into chemical energy during photosynthesis. True. Multiple choice questions. Which part of the plant takes in carbon dioxide from the air for photosynthesis? Stomata. Plants take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere mainly through their leaves. Why do farmers grow many fruits and vegetable crops inside large greenhouse? What are the advantages to the farmers? Greenhouse is a large confinement
large
sheltered
confinement.
confinement
देखती हो रोड साइड कभी कभी गांव जाने में बड़ा सा गार्डन रहता है, उसमें ग्रीन ग्रीन से कपड़ा से बंधा रहता है, कवर्ड किया रहता है, हिली एरिया में शीशे का बनाया जाता है, दैट इज ग्रीन हाउस.
sheltered structures covered by a transparent or partially transparent material inside which the farmers grow fruits and vegetables. There, they can regulate the amount of light, water, and carbon dioxide to grow the plants. The main purpose of greenhouse is to provide favorable growing conditions and to protect crops from unfavorable weather and various pests.
See in this slide, the main important word is regulate. In inside the greenhouse, the farmers can regulate amount of light, water, and carbon dioxide. That amount of light, that amount of water is supplied, that amount of carbon dioxide is supplied that the plant requires. Okay, and this was all about first chapters, all questions and answers based on NCERT books. Children, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Your little subscription is the sole motivation for us. Thank you for watching the video. Wait for next chapters question and answers in next class. Till then, bye bye.